Right, jumping into exit slip 210 here. Remember, our I can statement was to be able to construct and use pictures and tape diagrams to help us solve ratio problems. Okay, so we're going to take a look at a couple different ways to do this. So the first problem talks about there are 3 white tiles for every 9 shaded tiles, and there are 48 tiles in all. So draw a picture to represent the problem. So in this one, they just want a picture, so we're actually going to just draw this out. For tiles, I'm going to put I'm just going to use circles because it's a little bit quicker here than maybe squares or rectangles. Okay, so I've got 3 white for every 9 shaded. So here's my white, and then I'm going to skip a little and go 9 shaded. Okay, and I'll shade all these in. And again, you guys are doing this along with me here, making your answer key here. So here's our ratio. We've got 3 white, and every time we have 3 white, we have 9 shaded tiles. One more there, so double check, make sure I got 9. All right, so it says there are a total of 48 tiles. Well, right now I know if I have 3 white and 9, I know so far I have 12. And I know 12 times 4 is 48, so to finish this picture, I could do this rate 4 more times. So 3 white ones for every 9 shaded. And I know that's a total of 24. There's 12 there. 12 more is 24 now. And some of you would know then if I do that, I could just double, but I'll just keep drawing the picture here in this case. So 3 white, 9 shaded. And that's a total of 36 tiles. And then I'll do that one more time. And that gives me a total of 48 tiles. Okay, 12 here when I total them all up, 12 in each row there, for a total of 48 tiles, like it said. And I've drawn a picture here to represent it, drew it all out. And my questions now are pretty simple to answer. How many tiles are white? Well, I know it's 3, 6, 9, 12. I know there's 12 white tiles. And how many tiles are shaded? I've got 9, I know, and I know there's 4 rows of that, so I could simply take 9 times 4, and I would have 36 of those shaded tiles. So I can draw a picture out. When there's only 48 things, it doesn't take me too long to draw it out, and I could show that whole situation. Okay. I could also do a tape diagram for this, but we'll do that down on number 2, and that's kind of really our focus is can we draw pictures, but also use tape diagrams. So I'll pause the video if you need to. But make sure you get these written for this first one, and we're going to move on to number 2 here. All right, so number 2. All right, so we've got a different situation here where Savannah collects toy cars. She has 2 sports cars for every 7 plain cars. She has a total of 63 cars. And the goal is here is to find how many are sports cars. How many sports cars does she have? All right, so it says here on question A that we're supposed to use a tape diagram, okay, to represent this problem. So a tape diagram, guys, if you remember, we make things that look like pieces of tape, okay, and we're going to and we need to put that in the ratio. So it's a 2-to-7 ratio. So I'm going to make 2. And I'm going to label out here SC for sports cars. For every 2 sports cars, there's 7 plain cars. So I'll make my plain cars out here. And now I need 7. And I'll make it like tape. So there's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So for every 2 sports cars, we have 7 plain cars. Okay, and again, they look like pieces of tape, like Scotch tape parts possibly. And so that's why we call them a tape diagram. All right, so we've got a ratio of 2-to-7. Now, to use this to answer the question, we know that there's 63 total cars. So I'm going to write that out here. I know the total of all of them, there's 63. And I remember in a tape diagram, every box has the same number in it. Okay, and all the boxes will always be the same. So if I know there's 7 here and 2 here, I know there's 9 boxes total that have to share these 63 cars. So if I take 63 divided by 9, I'm going to get 7. Okay, so I know every one of these boxes I can put a 7 in, and every one of these pieces of tape.
Danny Reiner, please come to the office. Danny Reiner, please come to the office. Thank you.
Okay, so if I do that now, when I look at this, it should equal 63 cars. And I know right down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 times 7. I can see right down here, and I'll total it up. There are 49 of the playing cars. And here, 7 and 7, or 7 times 2 is 14. So I know there's 49 playing cars and 14 sports cars. And I know 49 plus 14 gets me my total of 63. Because remember, every time we have 2 of these, we have 7 of these. All right, so it keeps that same rate. Okay, so to solve the problem, how many are sports cars? To solve the problem down here, I'll just say there's 14 sports cars. And I could tell how many were playing cars too. There's 49, but it didn't ask me that. And when it talks about how to describe how your picture or diagram represents this problem, again, you would talk about, like we just discussed, that it's a 2 to 7 ratio, and they just repeat that same rate. Basically, we're just doing the 2 to 7 ratio. We're doing that 7 times. This 7 in here means that we're doing this 2 to 7 rate 7 times. Okay, and that's how we get 14 and 49. And that's easier maybe than drawing out, the whole pictures of representing every single, of all 63 cars. We don't have to draw everything. We can do it in this simpler tape diagram once we understand how to use them.